All right, so this is a suggestion via donation. The name of the video is Frankie has Siri. I had collect calls by Fluffy, guys. Listen, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. The more that you like this content, the more that I know that you specifically would like to see more of this specific type of content, okay? Let's go and check this out, guys.
I look forward to problems. I like problems because if there's problems, Frankie and I can work on it together to find a solution, right? And I see that as a great form of bonding.
It is.
Now, don't get me wrong, you guys. Sometimes it's expensive. Yeah, you're laughing. Let me tell you. Like one time they took his iPhone from school and he comes home and he's all devastated, right? He's like, Dad, I gotta talk to you. I'm like, what? Tell me what? They stole my phone. I'm like, that's why you're talking. And I started laughing. He goes, it's not funny. I go, you have no idea how funny it is. I go, so what happened, Frankie?
I'm going to guess that the kid is probably a texter or a one-word answer type of kid, guys.
So they broke into my locker at school and they took my iPhone, they took my friend's iPhone, and if we go to the school right now, we can fill out a report. We know exactly who did it. Can we go to the school right now? I go, listen, Frankie, I'd love to, but I'm really, really tired. I just got off a flight, and I guess, you know, I'm really, really tired. I promise you tomorrow morning I'll take you early, I'll help you fill out the report, and we'll turn it in.
Right.
Can we go right now? I go, Frankie, seriously, I'm just, please, tomorrow. I need my phone. I go, listen, Frankie, you can handle one day without your phone. He's not.
Oh, can they? No kid that has come up since like 2000, right? If they were basically born after that, they cannot live without their phone, bro. Unfortunately,
not getting his way.
They're literally not the outside generation, guys.
So he turns around and he yells at the ground and he goes, they took my phone! I looked at him and said, hey, you took my freedom. You don't hear me screaming. I just accept it and process it, and we move on. That's it.
Right.
So then he asks, what's going to happen? I go, well, I'm going to go upstairs, take a shower, and probably go to bed. No, what's going to happen if I don't get my phone back? I go, that's a good question, Frankie. I don't know. You're not going to get me a new one? No, dude, I already got you a phone. It was your responsibility to take care of that phone. It's not fair. Life's not fair, Frankie, okay? But things happen. You should get me a phone. Dude, seriously?
Don't get him a phone. I mean, you are right. It is his responsibility. But, I mean, I guess if the school has a mandate that the kids must leave their phone in the lockers, and then someone breaks into the lockers, it's really not his fault. He did handle, in a sense, his end of the of a responsible act, let's say. I don't know. What do I do in this instance? I think I would personally get the kid another phone because it really, he lived up to his side of the bargain. You get what I'm saying here? He did. It was not his fault that it was taken. But I think I would probably get him another phone.
And then he looks at me and he says, and this kind of messed with me. He goes, you should get me a phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. It's nothing for you to get me a new phone. Bay Area, my son thinks that what I do is easy. He thinks it's easy because all he sees when he attends 1 or 2 shows per year is that I walk out on stage, you guys start chanting, and then cool magically appears in his room.
Right.
He doesn't realize that this is actually a job and there's sacrifice that comes along with it.
Exactly.
So I told him, I said, listen, Frankie, how about this? How about you explain to me why I should get you a new phone? And if it makes sense, I'll do it right now. Go.
Right.
I need one.
That's not good enough.
I said, no, Frankie, you're a teenager. You don't need a phone. A cell phone for a teenager isn't a necessity. It's a luxury, okay? It's not a necessity.
I'll give you that.
It's a luxury.
I'll give you that. That makes sense. That does. But I still would like to be able to contact my kid.
He says, what if there's an emergency? I go, like what? Someone taking your phone? What did you do today when they took your phone? I went to the cafeteria and I talked to my friend Angel and he let me use his phone and I called my mom and I go, and guess what? If that doesn't work, you can go to the office and let them know there's a family emergency. Please contact my mom or my dad. Next.
Right.
What if you need to get a hold of me? I know what school you go to. What about when I'm walking home? I know the route that you take.
Oh, well.
And then he pulled this one out. One of the greatest lines ever.
Go ahead.
You know what? You talk a lot about me on TV.
Oh.
People know who I am now.
Oh.
What if someone tries to kidnap me? I said, you weigh 225. Good luck. They are not kidnapping your ass without an iPhone and a box of Oreos. That's the only way that's gonna happen. I said, Frankie, do you realize how lucky you are? You had a phone. I didn't have a phone in school. Your mom didn't have a phone in school. If we needed to make a phone call, we had to carry change. Or we had to call
Make
collect.
a collect call, yep.
What's that? Oh my God. Trying to explain the concept of a collect call to my kid is like trying to explain rocket science. He'll never have to deal with it.
Right.
He'll never know what it's like to be out late somewhere and have to use a phone. First of all, to find a payphone.
Right.
If you see a payphone now, you look at it like, oh wow, they forgot to take it down.
Yeah, I mean,
Get your cat.
I mean, I don't see them at all, right? But yeah, I think I would literally stop and be like, what is that for a second? I'll probably take a photo with it, honestly. I'd never share the photo. It would be like hidden within my archives, the depths of my archives, I would say, yes. But I don't know. Well, when I was growing up, I definitely did not have a phone in school. That wasn't a thing, right? Yeah, what he's saying is completely accurate. I grew up in that, for the most part, that generation, or the end of that specific generation. I mean, I did have a cell phone in high school. But, all right, let's get it.
Camera, take a picture, because that gone. Take a picture. He'll never know about staying out late at night and having to use one of those nasty phones.
Yeah.
Taking off that
Gross.
receiver. You know the nasty one that has gum and gonorrhea all over, right?
Gonorrhea?
You got to keep it far away from your face so you don't get infected.
Right.
And then you make that phone call. You know that freaking...
Gum and gonorrhea.
When you make a collect call back in the day, it was expensive. He's not going to have to do that now. Back in the day, if you made a collect call, it was a mission. It was a mission and it was expensive. If you
And they probably wouldn't even pick up. Think about that for a second. Because, yeah, if they would have picked up the phone, they would have gotten charged a couple of dollars for that singular call.
You called my mom collect, it better have been life or death.
Yep.
Or that's what it was going to be. You called my mom back in the day, shoot, we were on welfare and Section 8. Every penny counted. You call her up, hello? And then she get the presentation.
Right.
AT&T. Do you accept a collect call from caller? At the tone, say only your name.
You had to get creative.
Yeah.
Mom, it's me. Pick me up at 7-Eleven, 6 I love you, bye.
Yep.
Do you accept the charges?
Hell no. I'm on my way, mijo.
Yep, that's exactly, for the most part, that's exactly how it used to be, I would say, literally. Yeah, you definitely would have to be creative with these collect calls, because you only had like a small amount of time, or you could at least, collect call, say your name, and then they at least know to worry about you at least, right? But all right, listen, let me know in the comments of the next thing from him I should be listening to, and I will get into that as soon as I possibly can. All right, and listen, guys, you guys all have an amazing day. Enjoy it thoroughly. All right.